my name's Stacy. I'm the face behind Head to Heels, a little project that my husband and I have been working on to get us through the winter. He gets to buy me fancy shoes, I get to wear them. It's a win-win situation. And I also get to hang out with you guys and give you some videos and photos to keep you occupied. Tonight we are going to finish the soles of my Pigalle Foley 100s. They are in calfskin leather. And they are very, very nice. Like, I love these shoes, and they are actually pretty comfortable. I was wearing them out today, and I didn't want to die. All right, so as you can see, the bottom of these is pretty worn. First, we're going to sand it. This is a sandpaper of a grade I'm not sure of. Hold on. All right. So this sandpaper grade is 180. And it is, actually that's one of the grade that I use on my nails, my nail files. So what we start to do first is we want to take out all these pits and where the paint's already peeling up. So we're going to just start by sanding it in a circle. I get my glove on here so I don't smudge up my pretty shoes. Just sand in circles, and you pick a line and go across and try not to hit the sides of the shoe. The shoe is nicely painted on the side of the heel as well. Alright, so first we're going to start with circles, and we're not going to go too heavy, just a little. Just a little heavy. We're not taking off all of the paint, we're just kind of working on getting as much of the loose stuff off as we can. Alright, sand, sand, sand. This is so satisfying. I've done one other pair of shoes and they look so good. If you follow me, you probably have seen it. It's the Pigalles that are coral. Actually, these ones that you can see over here. We already did those bottoms, and I'll show those to you later. But man, they look fantastic, like new. So once you get all the pilly stuff off, smooth it out. All right, so now we're just gonna go and scrape it downward. Just to make sure we have the rest of it off. Don't want really any shiny surfaces left. I'm just noticing some here and off to the side. Again, we're going to be really careful around the sides of the shoe. Yeah, especially when painting. Even though it's a water-based paint, it washes right off. So yeah, it's not like a huge deal, but no, you don't want to do that. It's just a pain in the butt. Alright. Alrighty, I'm gonna wipe that off with my trusty cloth. Just set that like that. Then I'm going to do the other shoe. So once again, holding it, I'm just doing light little circles all around, scraping off all the flakes. Kind of like arts and crafts for the rich and fabulous. I'm not rich, just fabulous. Got a good one here. Just keep it in this circle. You don't want to press too hard. You don't want to groove them. That's one thing that I was disappointed with when I redid the Pigalles. The coral ones over there is there's pitting in the bottoms of these shoes, and even though they're nice and red and shiny, you can't really do much about the pitting. Also, we're finding the grain of the leather, and we're kind of sanding towards that. Just from doing that pair, I noticed the grain of the leather is going towards the toe, so that's why I'm working my way down and not really like going this way or going this way. You want, it's like wood. It's like wood. You want to go with the grain. And your nails, you don't want to go against the grain. You just want to sand it down lightly. Oh man, I'm too goofy sometimes. On the paint here, just scuffing that up a bit more. Again, being cautious of the side here. As we get a little closer look, there's still some little spots. All right. Little circles. Nice little circles. Happy little circles. All right. Use a little wipey wipe. Yeah, I'm gonna just don't want the dust in the workspace. So, oh, I did. I got it all over my brushes. I'll come to my brushes in a second and tell you what those are all about and what I decided to use. All right. So, what I'm gonna do here is just tidy up the desk. You don't want all the stuff you took off so that it would look smooth to show up and be in the shoe anyway. It just doesn't make sense. All your hard work down the drain. Okay, so the sandpaper we're done with. We're gonna move that over there. Whew. All right, put my shoes back up here. I can't even set them down in the wrong order. They always have to be left and right. All right, so for the brush, I'm using a nice, big, thick makeup brush. It's a Bella Pro foundation brush. So that's what I'm using today. And so yeah, they're easy to wash out because it's water-based paint and water-based acrylic. And this guy, I don't know if you can see that brush. There you go. This is the brush I'm going to use for this guy. All right. I also have a shot glass because this doesn't have like a drippy. It's very liquidy. It doesn't have like a little top on it. It's just wide open like a jar. So that will be with this. And then we're going to start by using the Angelus Walk on red bottom coat and restorer paint that I got on Amazon. I bought it. This is not sponsored. We bought it on Amazon after watching lots of reviews, both on YouTube and on Amazon, and the reviews speak for themselves. This stuff is awesome. It is pretty much the exact same red. Like, you won't find anything closer. It goes on so nicely, and it's only like $12 to $15 to restore the bottoms of your shoes and have them nice and new for that special time that you want to wear them for. All right, so let's get down to it. I will start with a little bit on the makeup brush, and I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out. And it's spattered a little bit. All right. Where's my rag? Have your rag handy in case you get some anywhere. You can wipe it off before it gets on the shoe, on this lovely, beautiful, stunning leather shoe. Oh, all right. So you see it goes on. You can see there's some air bubbles and stuff. Those will go away. We're going to do a couple of coats. This is not a one coat trick. If you've got a little bit of scuffing and stuff up here, I'm going to actually try and wipe that off before I try and paint it. And I'll let it dry and come back to it. Yeah, if you find they look flat or anything, you can I try to avoid the logo. Like I try to avoid the Louboutin in the 38 area. So I just kind of go right across and paint it that way. And then I clear coat the whole thing except for, again, the logo and the size. All right, so I'm going to try my best to get as close as I can to the edge without touching. So far we have success. On the Pigalle, I did about, I don't know, I think I did like 5 coats on the Pigalles. Or Pigalles. I don't know. What do you think? Who knows, right? It could be anything. It could be something not even close to that. So it dries pretty quickly too. Like I can usually swap in between the 2 shoes. Usually I did it once. The time I did it, I was able to swap between each one and have the other one dry as it was finishing up the second one. Steady stays. Alright, I'm gonna leave that. Look how tiny that toe is. I'm gonna leave that toe to the end with my little brush. Again, you don't want to put too much on. Start with like a little bit. Spread it out. Go back for a little bit more. This is not something you should do if you're in a hurry. I'm very excited. This room that we're in right now was basically storage in our house, and we weren't using it to its fullest potential at all. And so when we decided to do this, we fixed the room up, and now it's like the nicest room in the house. Well, besides my kitchen. I got a new kitchen last year, and it's freaking awesome. All right. Now I'm going in with the tiny little brush, and I'm going to carefully do that toe. Very, very carefully. All right. Okay, and you don't want to leave the big brush marks. Like definitely, if you got too much, wipe it on. I put paper down for that purpose, so that if I got too much on my brush and it was already deep, because you don't want to like, I don't know. Anyway, you gotta smooth it out. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. And I got a little sloppy there. I'm gonna have to check myself before I wreck myself. Thank God it's water-based. All right, round 1 is complete. Now for the other shoe. It's a very delicate balance. I don't think I can do it. No, I can't. They're gonna sit like this. Some people use like a clothes hanger and hang them up. I don't really have anywhere to hang them from, so I'm just gonna leave them on their side. Once I'm done, I'll put these under the tops of them with the lids on to rest on. All right, and this guy here, I should have compared how much more worn, like they look like they were pretty evenly worn. That's for sure. Okay, once again, starting with the brush, with the blush. And just need a little bit. Start at the back and work your way to the front. Got that nice little line there. We're gonna blend that a bit later. Sometimes if you want to get into the pits to hide them a little more, you gotta like kind of stab it in there. Stab, stab, jabby, jab. All I can think about right now is cake. That's all I want in the whole wide world. Cake's my favorite food. I always used to joke because I never, you know, I wasn't one of those girls that's like, I can't wait to get married and have a fairy tale wedding. I, you know, it wasn't on my agenda to marry. But I would always joke that I was going to fake an engagement so I could go on a cake testing for the wedding. So you try all of the cakes. Then I actually did get married, and I'm happily married, and I didn't even go on a cake testing. I'm so disappointed in myself. Maybe when I turn 50, I'll do it. Alright. Go on the edge here and just kind of dab, 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 dab. Around. And then take your cloth and just gently, gingerly go around. All right, 2 on the go. Do, do, do. It's almost right. You see it's still a little damp in the middle, but I'm still not too concerned about the middle because it's worn mostly around the edge, so I can easily just go in and put another coat on that edge without affecting the middle too much. And I forgot to do that. Yes, so Angelus Walk on Red bottom coat. Part of me wants to do this to all of my shoes, but my husband says it's tacky. Okay. Second round down. Look at that. That's hot shit. Hot shit! You can probably hear my dogs back there growling and fighting with each other. I got I got 2 dogs. So one's 3 and one is 1.5. And the older dog is an Amstaff and English Staffordshire Terrier mix. And the youngest is a Staffy and a Black Lab mix. And he is Black Lab through and through. That thing is rangy. Rangy. Could have probably smoothed these out better. Well, I guess we'll have a little sample of what not to do, but you see I'm painting and like the little knobbies are coming off onto my brush because I didn't. These ones are actually extra pitted in comparison. Okay, that did pretty good there. And because there's 2 coats on there, I'm just gonna let it dry. Careful where you set your shoes because you got paint in places. I'll wipe off the container before I set the shoe on top of it. And make sure the lid's on. Give it a bit of a wipey wipe. You can't be too cautious. Do, do, do. Right. All right. We'll come back to that when it is dry. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like the bottoms of these are dry enough to paint one more coat on too. So let's do it again. All right. All right, here we go. Tiniest little amount. And start up here, start the blend that I was talking about. So it'll blend better too. Once the acrylic's on and it's shiny, it just picks it right up. right up where it left off. I'm going to try and jam a bit more paint in here. I'm going to try flooding these holes, see what happens. I'll just have to leave them to dry longer. Come back here, I've put a fourth layer of paint on the soles of these shoes and they're looking pretty smooth. I'm going to hit them up with the Angelus Acrylic High Gloss Finisher. This is also water-based, so it will wash right out of your brushes. And I pour a little bit in here just because you don't need a whole lot. It's so runny that you really even have to be careful about how much you get on your brush. Awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dip this in a little bit. Did we get down there? There we go. I'm just gonna milk it off. Let it run down the side of the cup. Once again, I'm gonna start at the back and work my way forward. I can see that it's still pretty saturated in the glass. All right. Cat hairs. I got some cat hairs in there. And I'm just kind of just fading in the new acrylic gloss there. Alright, so we'll do just 2 coats of this. And just gonna grab the other shoe. Wow, this one looks even better. Look at that. Ooh, this one's the good one. Alright. Let's get the extra paint or acrylic off. These are gonna look so good when they dry. Ah. Just like new. Alright, feather down onto the back arch here. You don't want to leave too much on it either because it will run down or it will pool in weird spots. So try and get as much into it as you can and take any excess away. Alright. Make sure I didn't hit anything that wasn't supposed to be hit. Let's see if it's pooling on the arch there. There we go. Alright, so like I said, we'll do 2 coats of this, and this looks like it could go for the second coat here in a few minutes. I'm just gonna move some of the acrylic around. Can't wait to wear these again. These are so nice and they fit like a glove. My foot literally like slips right in without any hassle. Maybe that's what I'll make a video of tomorrow for Slip-On Sunday. Slip-on the big Californias with the freshly painted red bottoms. It's looking super fly. And the beauty of this is if you do a crappy job, they're going to wear off again anyway and you'll have the chance to practice. I've got several pairs here that I got to do and I'll do them over time, of course, but These are one of my faves, so I wanted to make them pretty. All right. And we will see you guys tomorrow when these are all dry. And I'll do a nice little video with them, and it'll be really fun, and I can't wait. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the morning. Good evening, guys. It's Stacy from Head to Heels, and I'm back here to show you the finished product of the Pigalle folies we refinished the bottoms on the other day. So here we are. I was very pleased with the results on these. See, they're nice and they almost look new until you get pretty close, and then you seeing a little bit of the pitting and stuff that's still on the bottoms, but they still look great. The transition is really nice. You can't really see any color difference in there. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I assure you it looks completely natural. All right, now for what we've all been waiting for, I'm gonna try these bad boys on.